Well folks, it's official. La Niña is back, and it's making waves across the globe. After months of careful monitoring, scientists have confirmed that the Pacific Ocean is once again experiencing this powerful climate phenomenon. If you've been following weather news, you might have heard whispers about its return, but now, it's no longer speculation. It's reality. As we move into fall 2025, NOAA's Climate Prediction Center has officially confirmed La Niña conditions in the Pacific Ocean. This announcement comes after a period of close observation, with experts tracking subtle shifts in ocean temperatures and atmospheric patterns. Their findings are clear. The Pacific's surface waters are cooler than average, and that's the classic signature of La Niña. This isn't just a blip, it's a major shift that will shape our winter weather in ways both familiar and surprising. La Niña events have a reputation for stirring up dramatic changes, and this year is expected to be no different. From sudden snowstorms to unexpected dry spells, the stage is set for a season of contrasts. La Niña changes the path of the jet stream, steering storms and influencing temperatures across the globe. The jet stream acts like a high-altitude river of air, and when La Niña is in play, it can shift north or south, bringing cold snaps to some regions and mild spells to others. This ripple effect can be felt far beyond the Pacific, reaching continents thousands of miles away. For the northern hemisphere, this means 3 months of La Niña's influence, from December through February. These are the months when its impact is strongest, shaping everything from snowfall totals to temperature swings. Whether you're a winter sports enthusiast or just hoping for a mild season, La Niña will play a role in what you experience. Some regions will see more snow, while others may face a drier, milder season, raising concerns about drought. In the northern US and parts of Canada, heavier snowfall and colder temperatures are likely, while the southern tier may experience warmer, drier conditions. This uneven distribution can have real consequences for agriculture, water supplies, and even energy demand. It's a reminder of how connected our climate is. A change in the Pacific can impact weather thousands of miles away. From Asia to the Americas, La Niña's reach is truly global, influencing monsoons, hurricane seasons, and even wildfire risks in distant lands. With NOAA's announcement, communities and families can start preparing for what's ahead. Stocking up on winter supplies, checking heating systems, and staying informed about local forecasts are all smart moves. Schools, businesses, and emergency services are also getting ready, making plans to keep everyone safe and comfortable. While every La Niña is unique, scientists have a good handle on the general patterns. Decades of research and improved technology mean we can predict many of its effects with greater confidence than ever before. Still, there's always an element of surprise. Nature loves to keep us guessing. So, get your coats ready. This cool visitor from the Pacific is about to shape our winter. Whether you're bracing for blizzards or hoping for a mild season, La Niña will be the invisible force behind much of what we see and feel in the months ahead. We'll be tracking its impact every step of the way, bringing you updates as the season unfolds. Meteorologists and climate experts will be watching closely, ready to alert us to any surprises or shifts in the forecast. So let's dive in and see what La Niña has in store for us this winter. Stay tuned, stay prepared, and let's weather this season together. So, what exactly is La Niña? You might have heard the term on the news or from weather experts, but what does it really mean, and why does it matter so much? Let's break it down in simple terms. Imagine the Pacific Ocean as the stage for a massive climate balancing act, known as ENSO, the El Niño Southern Oscillation. This system is like a giant seesaw with 2 main players, El Niño and La Niña, each taking turns to tip the balance of global weather. El Niño is the warm phase, when ocean waters heat up and weather patterns shift. La Niña, on the other hand, is the cool phase, when the Pacific surface waters become colder than usual. These 2 phases are opposites, but both have huge impacts on weather around the world. La Niña happens when powerful trade winds, those steady winds that blow from east to west, grow even stronger. These winds push the warm surface water away from the central and eastern Pacific, allowing much cooler water to well up from the deep ocean below. This process, called upwelling, brings nutrient-rich cold water to the surface near South America. It's great for marine life and local fisheries, but it also sets off a chain reaction that affects weather patterns far beyond the Pacific. Even though the cooling of the ocean might seem small, just a few degrees, it's enough to disrupt the atmosphere above. This triggers dramatic shifts in wind and rainfall patterns, not just locally but all over the globe. One of the biggest changes is to the Walker circulation, a huge loop of air that moves across the Pacific. During La Niña, this circulation gets stronger, bringing heavier rains to places like Indonesia and Australia, while parts of the Americas, especially the western coasts, can become much drier, sometimes leading to drought. Meteorologists pay close attention to La Niña because it helps them make better, long-range forecasts. By understanding these ocean changes, they can predict if a region is likely to have a warmer, colder, wetter, or drier season than normal, months in advance. This doesn't mean they can tell you the exact day it will snow or rain, but it does help everyone, from farmers to city planners, prepare for the general flavor of the upcoming season. When La Niña is active, it's like getting a heads up that certain weather patterns are more likely. Communities can get ready for harsher winters, possible droughts, or increased rainfall, depending on where they live. In fact, La Niña is one of the most powerful tools scientists have for looking several months ahead, helping us plan for what's coming next. That's why understanding La Niña isn't just for scientists. It matters to all of us, shaping the weather we experience and the choices we make every season. La Niña is more than just cool water in the Pacific. It's a powerful force that shapes weather patterns all over the globe. When La Niña arrives, it sets off a chain reaction that can be felt on nearly every continent, affecting everything from rainfall to temperature, and even the way storms move. When Pacific Ocean temperatures drop, the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above us, shifts northward. This change reroutes storms, alters wind patterns, and creates a domino effect that ripples across continents, influencing weather thousands of miles away. In North America, this means colder. Arctic air plunges deep into the northern US and Canada, bringing more snow and frigid temperatures to cities and rural areas alike. Winter storms can become more frequent and intense, making for challenging conditions. Meanwhile, the southern US often stays warmer and drier than usual. This can lead to droughts, water shortages, and stress for farmers and communities that rely on regular rainfall. This classic La Niña pattern splits the country in two, shaping the season for millions of people and impacting everything from agriculture to energy use. But La Niña's reach is truly global. In Southeast Asia, countries like Indonesia and the Philippines often experience heavier rainfall, which can increase the risk of flooding and landslides, disrupting daily life and threatening homes and crops. In Africa, the story is different depending on where you are. Eastern regions may face severe drought, with dry soils and withered crops making it harder for families to grow food and find water. At the same time, southern Africa often gets wetter, with increased rainfall turning fields green and sometimes causing flooding in low-lying areas. In South America, La Niña brings a mix of extremes. Some regions, like northern Brazil, may become drier, while others, such as parts of Argentina, can see heavier rains and even floods. That's why meteorologists, governments, and climate organizations around the world track ENSO, the El Niño Southern Oscillation, so closely. Understanding these patterns helps them prepare for what's coming. Knowing which phase we're in helps communities manage agriculture, water supplies, and disaster response. It allows farmers to plan their crops, cities to prepare for floods or droughts, and emergency workers to get ready for whatever nature brings. La Niña's influence is vast and far-reaching, touching lives and landscapes across the planet, and reminding us just how interconnected our world's climate truly is. La Niña splits the U.S. in two each winter. The North, Alaska, the Pacific Northwest, Midwest, and Ohio Valley can expect colder than average temperatures as Arctic air dives south. Meanwhile, the southern U.S., from the southwest to the southeast, usually sees warmer, drier, and milder conditions. This north-south divide is a hallmark of La Niña, setting up a battleground where cold and warm air clash, fueling storms. For the north, it means bundling up. For the south, it could mean drought concerns. These are seasonal trends, not daily guarantees, but the La Niña pattern is the dominant driver. It shapes everything from heating bills to winter tourism. That's the classic La Niña split. La Niña doesn't just divide the US by temperature, it splits precipitation too. The north, especially the Pacific Northwest and northern plains, is in for wetter than average conditions, with more rain and mountain snow. This is great for ski resorts and crucial for water supplies. The stormy pattern continues east, bringing more snow to the Midwest and Great Lakes. Meanwhile, the southern US, California, Texas, the southeast, faces drier than average conditions, raising drought and wildfire risks. This wet north, dry south pattern is a classic La Niña hallmark. More snow in the north means fuller reservoirs. Less rain in the south can hurt crops and water supplies. One climate pattern, two very different stories. That's the power of La Niña. La Niña doesn't just shape winter, it also impacts the Atlantic hurricane season. By reducing wind shear, La Niña makes it easier for hurricanes to form and strengthen. This year, La Niña arrived late, so the 2025 hurricane season has been quieter than average. But with La Niña in place, the final weeks could see a burst of activity. November storms are more likely. Warm Atlantic waters and low wind shear mean any tropical wave could become a storm. If La Niña sticks around into next year, it could signal a more active 2026 hurricane season. Forecasters are watching closely. La Niña's reach extends from winter snow to hurricane winds. La Niña's effects are global. In Australia, stronger trade winds push warm water west, fueling heavy rains and raising flood risks. In South America, La Niña can boost crop yields in Brazil and Argentina, impacting global food supplies. But in Eastern Africa and Southwestern Asia, La Niña often brings drought and water shortages. Southern Africa, meanwhile, may get wetter. Even Canada and parts of Asia feel the chill, with colder, snowier winters and shifts in monsoon patterns. Every La Niña is a bit different, but these broad impacts help countries prepare. It's a climate pattern with real worldwide consequences. That's why the world pays attention. Not all La Niñas are the same. This one is expected to be weak. That means the classic patterns, colder north, warmer south, may be less pronounced and more variable. Other weather factors could occasionally overpower the La Niña signal, making the season a bit unpredictable. There's a good chance La Niña will fade by early spring, so its impacts may be short-lived. This reduces the risk of long-term drought or severe weather swings. The official winter outlook will offer more details soon. For now, expect the classic La Niña impacts, but be ready for surprises. This gentle giant may not stick around for long. As La Niña returns, we're set for a winter of contrasts, a colder, snowier north and a warmer, drier south. This isn't just trivia, it's practical info for preparing homes, farms, and communities. Globally, La Niña could mean floods in Australia, bumper crops in South America, and drought in Africa. The weak La Niña means patterns are likely, but not guaranteed, so stay alert for updates. Meteorologists will track the Pacific and adjust forecasts as the season unfolds. La Niña is a reminder of our planet's natural rhythms, predictable, yet always unique. We'll keep watching this cool visitor and help you prepare for whatever winter brings. Stay tuned, and let's see what La Niña has in store.